Hello, everybody. This is Noel the Red Devil here. How you doing? I hope you're doing very well indeed. We've got the live Champions League draw coming up. And for anybody that doesn't know, we have actually the pots that each team are going to be in. Just bear with me there because I've just done something wrong. There we go. We just need to fix this and save that. There we go. Now we fix the name. Anyway, so we've got the pots that every team is in. So let me read it out for you there. So in pot one, we've got Manchester City, Sevilla, Barcelona, Napoli, Bayern Munich, Paris Saint-Germain. That looks like Benfica and Feyenoord. In pot two, Real Madrid, Manchester United, Inter Milan, Borussia Dortmund, Atletico Madrid, RB Leipzig, FC Porto, and we've got Arsenal. In pot three, it looks like we've got, is that Shakhtar Donetsk? We've got FC Strasbourg, AC Milan, I should say. Who else is that? That is, I can't see the logo properly. We got Copenhagen. We've got Red Star. We've got Lazio, it looks like. I think that's Lazio, isn't it? PSV. We got Young Boys, Espanyol. Oh, no, Real Sociedad, I should say. Is that Roma, Celtic, Newcastle, Union, whoever they are. There's a lot of teams that I don't recognize there in that pot. Sorry about that, but I'll just see if you can see the camera. So that's who's in the pots right there. So the event should be starting in just a second. You can watch it live, obviously, on the UEFA site. And, you know, obviously, if you have your sports channels and stuff like that, you'll be able to watch it there. Obviously, as the groups come in, and, you know, we will scroll them across the screen. I will give you my reaction, and then based off the groups, who I think will go through in the groups, who I think will drop down, obviously, into, well, who will finish third and fourth, and then try and figure out who I think is going to get to the final. So we will do all of that. All of that is to come. So yeah, you know, I don't really care who we face this year, because at the end of the day, you know, if we want to win the Champions League, you know, we're gonna have to step it up and play well. It's as simple as that. You know, there's no doubt about it. So, you know, at the end of the day, we're Manchester United. I want us to be playing decent teams, the best teams. I know there'll be some people out there that'll be hoping that maybe we'll get a team that's not really that decent and have an easy time of it during the group stage. But I want us to be playing teams, you know, that are going to cause us problems, because to win it, we're going to have to be at our best all the time. So we can't shy away from the fact. So I don't really care who we get. If people just want to know who I'd like to get, I don't really care, to be quite honest with you. I'll take any of the teams that are there. At the end of the day, as I said, you know, if United have ambitions to win the competition, I don't really care who we get. I hope we do get a few big hitters early, you know, because we play well against them, managed to beat them, then, you know, there'll be less big hitters in the less big hitters in the competition. So I say bring it on. I know a lot of fans will easy games, but I don't. You know, I think you do need a couple of tough games in the Champions League. They're all going to be tough, but you really need those tough games in the group stages. I honestly do believe that. You got to test yourself in the group stages, because you get to the knockout stages and then you play an absolutely massive team, right? And then all of a sudden, then, you know, you're ill prepared because, and here we go, starting on time and all. Right, I won't play the Champions League theme, but it's playing. Heineken is still sponsoring the Champions League, and Pepsi Zero. If it was Pepsi Max now, any day of the week, you don't be giving me that Pepsi Zero shite. Pepsi Max all the way. So they're just doing, their City, when they won the trophy, they finally won the fucking trophy. Just once it's not them again, you know. But as I said, I'd like us to do well in the Champions League. Look, a lot of fans are writing us off in the league already and stuff like that. And we haven't had the best starts, I have to admit it. And it looks very worrisome, I have to say, the way we're playing. But anything is possible in this competition. Anything is possible in this competition. So, you know, the draw. So obviously they're going to do all of this crap. Oh, look where we are doing the draws. And this is lovely. We don't give a shit. Just do the draw so we can get done over with, will you? Anyway, here they all are. There's all the stars coming in. The head honchos. All the big wigs, their suits and all. Look at them all. There's Luis Figo. Right, they do all this nonsense talking at the start. So they got the two presenters walking in. Your woman is wearing a dress, and obviously he's wearing a suit, as they do. And they're walking. I don't know why they're not just presenting from the fucking, why they have to walk in like this unless they have two different presenters and this is just an introduction. But I hate all of this crap. All we want to see is the draw. We don't really give a shit about this crap. Oh, they're doing the Champions League hymn. Oh, for God's sake. Like, I like an old piano myself, but is this all of this necessary to just pull balls out of a fucking bleeding ball? Like, the amount of money they wasted with all of these delegates, man, just fucking do it at UEFA headquarters, right? No fucking bleeding showboating, and just do the fucking draws like they do the lotto, right? Pick the ball out, bang, there you go, bang, there you go, bang, done. There's the Champions League trophy is there. It does look lovely. That trophy is one of the nicest trophies, isn't it? I do like the Champions League trophy, got to be honest. Jesus, I thought that was Jodie Whittaker playing the saxophone there. Here, I got to take a photograph of this and show everybody. Jeez, she looks like Jodie. Has Jodie got a new career? She's a sax player now, is she? Hold on. Take another one. Jodie Whittaker playing the sax. Right, okay, that's a bit high. We don't want to get copyrighted, you know? YouTube's ridiculous, like. All of this bull crap. Anyway, as I said, don't really care who we get, but if you do have a preferences yourselves, let me know in the chat, by the way. And I see we do have someone in the chat, so let me see. I'm crapping myself Draw, please be kind to my team. Yeah, Daniels is a Celtic fan, so he's worried that they get some of the big teams. But at the end of the day, they're going to try win it, you know. But I do agree with him. I was confident before the start of the season because the way we actually played some lovely football pre-season, even though fans give a stick. I watched all the pre-season. We played well in all of the games. It's just mistakes and some of the decisions that went against us, even during pre-season, and the injuries we picked up didn't help. But I saw enough. We beat Arsenal very well, and I was very confident. But like Daniel, I'm actually kind of, you know, I am worried, but I don't care. Look, I might be worried, but I don't care who we get. To be quite honest, I really don't. If we end up getting 3 hard teams, I don't give a crap, right? If we're going to win the Champions League, that's what we need to be doing, beating the best. Isn't that right? So here we go. So host Pedro Pinto and his co-host, the lovely, when our name comes up, because they haven't bothered putting our name up. Oh, there. Rashim Chowdhury. And she's looking fine indeed with the sequin skirt on her. Oh, I'll probably be called sexist for saying that, won't I? I'm giving a woman a compliment. Like. Anyway, she's looking well. So come on, can we just we know the rules, right? We know that there's going to be extra shit happening. Just put the balls in, get the people that are going to be picking the balls out, and let's get it on. Look at them all there with their suits on, real serious. It's like, I wonder who's representing Man United here. Did they send Darren Fletcher over? Did you hear, Ted? The neighbour's dog is outside, and Ted and the neighbour's dog just don't see eye to eye right now. Right, she's still talking. Oh, she's still talking. They're still talking. They're still talking. Like they do this every year. Oh, look, here's some of the greatest moments of the Champions League. I mean, oh, this is what the Champions League does for the communities around the world. You know? Like we don't give a shit. Like, I mean, you pretend to care, but you don't really care. We just want to see the draw. Come on, come on. Do you know what's sad about this? I'm watching the VT that they're doing. And obviously, United haven't featured in years. Now, we might feature in this VT, we'll see, but I doubt it. So there's Borussia Dortmund. Milan. Inter. There's the Liverpool. Yeah, I don't think we're going to feature in this VT because we haven't been in the Champions League in a while. Madrid. Okay, we get it. There's some great young players that are playing now. We get it. Still no Manchester United. Hmm. Okay, I've just realised the VT is just highlighting last year's Champions League, but using the young players and stuff. So that's what I'm not going to feature, and why I haven't seen Celtic there either. Okay, we don't need a recap. I don't need to know that Manchester City, as a Man United fan, won the fucking Champions League. I know. I didn't even watch the Champions League final. Man, I didn't know it was that emotional for them. I mean, he's right. 7 years it took them to win the Champions League. We got to make sure they don't win it again. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, come on. We don't care. Yeah, yeah. Ooh, 116 charges. That's all I'll say. We did it, Kevin. We did it, Kevin. 7 years of fighting and 115 charges. We did it, Kevin. We did it. Jeez, I didn't know that Pep was acting like that. Fuck's sake. Get over yourself, mate. Like, it's funny that it's gone all quiet, isn't it? 115 charges, like, and nobody's saying that. But that's what he should have said to Ken. We did it, Ken. 7 years and 115 charges. We did it. we finally conned the rats. Anyway, the real Manchester is back in the Champions League. I know. It's getting ridiculous, man. All we want to see is the draw. Nobody gives a fuck that City won it. Sure, us announcing our new goalkeeper got more fucking views, more likes, more re-quotes or reposts, wherever you want to call it, than them winning the fucking treble did. Get away, man. They're a nobody club and always will be a nobody club. More highlights, for fuck's sake. Jesus Christ, what is this shit? We don't care. Eto, 62 goal, whatever. Right, is he pulling the ball out? Great, just put him on his fucking podium. Fucking Joe Cole. Right, great. You got Abidal and fucking Joe Cole on. Fantastic. Right. Get the rest of them on, will you? Fuck's sake. Jesus Christ. Jesus, it'll be nearly tea time by the time this fucking draw's over. Oh. Anyway, who do you have tipped to win the Champions League? Anyway, remember Real Madrid have been hit with some injuries, and Jude Bellingham is ripping it up over there apparently. So who do you tip to win the Champions League this year? Can PSV finally win the Champions League? Will it be Bayern Munich? Will it be Manchester City? Will they follow up with 2 back-to-back Champions Leagues? Or will someone else, an outsider like Newcastle United, or us, could we win the Champions League? Who have you got tipped to win in the Champions League? Let me know. Let me know. Daniel thinks Inter will win it. I don't know about that now. Do you about that now? They've lost Barella. They've lost a lot. Actually, they've lost a lot of crucial players. Apparently, Lukaku might be going to AC Milan. I don't know if that's happened or not. But they're not as strong as they were last year. Right, who's the other 2 guests? Is there another 2 guests? No, you got okay. These plonkers. Oh, right. Finally, here we go. We're getting somewhere. So yeah, your man that looks like Claudio Ranieri, but he's not Claudio. It's Giorgio Marchetti. He's the UEFA deputy, blah, blah, blah. Nobody gives a shit. I mean, why don't you just say it starts at 5, but the draw is at 5:25? Look at them all looking. These are great. Some of you have probably paid a hand off. It's all right. You will get the teams that you want. Every year they do it. Here's the rules. So if a team ends up in this pot, but then we pick out a team from the same region and they move to the next pot, we get that bullshit. But every year they have to repeat the same nonsense over and over again. You know, instead of doing all of this nonsense, they should just put all the teams in a one fucking rolly thing machine, right? And the balls come out one by one like they do with the lotto machines, right? And you just Group A, Group B, Group C, Group D. It doesn't matter if they're from the same region. Fuck it. Let us play each other if we have to. Well, I hate this bullshit. Oh, you have to choose different regions. Fuck off. They should abolish that shit. Anyway, let's get down to business. Thanks. If you're a Celtic and a Man United fan, brace yourselves, folks. Brace yourselves, because the Champions League draw is officially starting. Here we go. Oh, they're explaining about the 32 team. Oh. Right, so pot A, Manchester City, Sevilla, Barcelona, Napoli, Bayern Munich, Paris Saint-Germain, Benfica, and Feyenoord are in pot 1. In pot 2, Real Madrid, Manchester United, Inter Milan, Borussia Dortmund, Athletic Club, RB Leipzig, FC Porto, and Arsenal, Shakhtar Donetsk, Salzburg, AC Milan, Braga, Eindhoven, Lazio. It's gone. Fuck off. Anyway, I got most of them. So they're explaining the rules again because, you know, for people at home, because as if we haven't seen this thousands of fucking times. Well, not thousands of times, but we've seen this a long time. Like, you think they would just, like, you know, come on, leave it out. Oh, I know, man. This is, I mean, they suck the lifeblood out of this, don't they, Daniel? Yeah, we know. Pot 1 gets drawn first, then pot 2, then pot 3, then pot 4. We're not fucking stupid. And then if a team comes out from the same region, you move it to the next group. But if a team is still from that same region, you move it to the other. We know. Oh, we know. We're not fucking stupid. We weren't raised yesterday. Yeah, until all the teams of pot A are all better, and then we do pot B, and then pot C. We know. Jesus, I wouldn't even mind like if they had hot looking women presenting it or something to make it tolerable. Wake me up when the draw starts, eh? Oh. Yeah, we know how it works. He's just made it extra complicated though because he's had to get the computer then to randomly select who's playing at home and away, which is absolutely stupid. He could actually do it now. Oh, more highlights. I mean, he's going to do this for every pot. He's showing every team in pot A. Is that what he's doing? Because we need a triple reminder. Sorry, I just thought I saw something there. Man, they're taking the piss with this, man. You just pull the balls out of the fucking hat. Right, here we go. Finally. It'll just take another 50 hours to like call out the first ball. I'll be an old man by the time to finish this Champions League fucking draw. I give the balls a shuffle, and I'm not even. Do you know what? They don't even know how to screw the balls properly either. Every year is the same. You get some fecker taking 10 hours to open a ball. Just open the bleeding thing. There's Joe Cole now. You got a forced goal. Well done, Joe. Right, Bayern Munich are the first team out of pot A. Bayern Munich. Oh, this is going to take ages because he keeps talking about it's going to be allocated. Just fucking pull the names out, will you stupid assholes. Sevilla. So Sevilla are in Group B. So Group A, Bayern Munich. Group B, Sevilla. Well, Joe Cole's doing a great job. Napoli in Group C. Napoli in Group C. Joe Cole's doing a good job here. Well done, Joe. You're just getting them out quick. Benfica in Group D. Benfica, Group D. Feyenoord in Group D. No, E. Yeah, Group E. Sorry. Paris Saint-Germain in Group F. Manchester City in Group G. And we got FC Barcelona in Group H. So here's, if I'm correct in saying, here's my team's pot. So who are we going to get? Whoa, 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 whoa. I wouldn't mind us getting Barcelona, actually, because we did a number against Barcelona in the Europa League. We actually dominated Barcelona. Obviously, you know, we're slow starting again, but hopefully we can pick it up. But this is the pot now. Watch, we'll get called out first. I just have that feeling we'll get Bayern. We'll be in Bayern Munich's group, right? We wanted Harry Kane, and Harry Kane will score against us, right? Because it's just their luck. Of course, Arsenal are in this pot as well. So Real Madrid, Inter Milan, Manchester United. There you go. So Real Madrid, Manchester United, Inter, Dortmund, Athletic Club. That's Atletico Madrid. Sorry, Leipzig, FC Porto, and Arsenal. Right. So, come on, Joe. Give these a spin there now and be good to us now. Here we go. So, the first team that goes into Bayern Munich's group in Group A is No, it's not happening. It's Borussia Dortmund. So, of course, we know what happens there. They will go into groups that are available. So now how that's determined is that we have the number of balls are put in and he picks a number. Abidal picks a ball now with the number, and that will determine what group Borussia Dortmund go into. And the number is, drum roll please. It's not a drum, but it's Group F. Group F for Borussia Dortmund. And they will be in the same group as Paris Saint-Germain. Bit tough for them there. But who's next? Come on, pull us out next. Arsenal. So again, they've got to do the numbers to determine where Arsenal will go. So where do Arsenal go? Arsenal go into Group B. Group B against, I think that was Sevilla, wasn't it? Yes, Sevilla. Arsenal are in Group B with Sevilla. So, you know, Arsenal there with a tough draw, tough game there. Who is next out of the pot? It is Atletico Madrid. Ooh, this is actually... See, when they actually get going, the draw is exciting. Well, you definitely don't. Group F, Daniel, you'd be screwed if you get Group F. But let's see where they're going. You could get lucky here because if they get... They're going into Group A. Group A. So Feyenoord and Atletico Madrid in Group A. Manchester United, here we go. So we've got three possibilities. Group A, we could get Group A, Group C, and Group D. And we are going into Group... Come on. Group A, please. Group A. I don't give a shit if we get Bayern Munich. Group A. Group A. Come on. Group A. Yes. So Manchester United are in Group A with Bayern Munich. I'm happy about that, actually. So let's concentrate now. Leipzig, RB Leipzig. And groups available to them are C, D, and G, and H. So, interesting. Daniel says 1990, 1999 over again. Yeah, it should be a good game. If we can, by the time that league get around, they're going into Group G. So Manchester City will play Leipzig. Watch, I guarantee you Bladen City will get an easy group. Watch. So we've got Inter Milan. So Inter Milan will play Real Madrid. Real Madrid. No, sorry. They will play Benfica. Sorry, that's my bad. They will play Benfica. FC Porto. And they will go automatically into Group H, which features FC Barcelona. So Joe Cole's doing a good job. I have to say, he's getting them out quick. Real Madrid have been pulled out of the hat. Now, they go straight into Group C with Napoli. So Real Madrid will play Napoli. And apparently someone in the audience, your woman talking to your man, she doesn't quite understand why they're gone into that group. And I think he was just explaining to her because she looked a bit pissed. But that's the way the draw goes, honey. So get with the program. You get who you're given, and that's it. Right, pot 3, which features the likes of Shakhtar Donetsk, Salzburg, FC Salzburg, AC Milan, and we got SC Braga as well, and PSV Eindhoven. And we got Lazio. And FC Trevi. It's a new team. I can't even pronounce their name, and I do apologize. And FC Copenhagen. So Celtic are in pot 4, looks like. So let's see who we get out of those teams. Again, for me personally, the glamour tie there would be against AC Milan. So let's hope we get AC Milan. I want the AC Milan. Right, here we go. This will be the first one. See who goes into pot A, unless it conflicts, and then obviously they will allocate it somewhere else. But please be AC Milan. It's Shakhtar Donetsk from the Ukraine. So we got the it doesn't automatically go into our group. Okay. Okay, because it's got 4 groups available. So this is how you are doing. So it is slightly different. Okay. Right. So your man is picking up the balls because he has to add balls to another ball. And then Abidal spins them there. And then again, it's at least they didn't get the blokes that they got last year. We were here forever. Group H. So Shakhtar Donetsk will face FC Barcelona and FC Porto in their group. Red Star Belgrade, it is. Okay. But why don't you just call them red? They're going by their obviously. Right. So potential to be in our group. In any group, actually. But I hope they're not in our group because, you know, I want the glamour ties. But watch, it'll come out Group A. Because I don't get what I want. Here we go. It's like playing the lotto here. Group G. They're in Group G. So Manchester City, Red Star Belgrade, and Leipzig in Group G. Manchester City have gotten an easy draw, for God's sake, man. It's a bit weird, but however. PSV Eindhoven. And of course, they can go into our group, Group B, C, and D. So, where do they go? I wouldn't mind United going to Holland. You know, Ten Hag. Group B, the Real Madrid group, isn't it? No, Sevilla, Arsenal, and PSV Eindhoven in Group B. interesting. Interesting. Here we go. The next team to come out is AC Milan. This is it. Come on. Group A, Group A, Group A, Group A, Group A, Group A, Group A. Oh, they can't go into Group A. Oh, you bastards. Group F. So Paris Saint-Germain, Borussia Dortmund, and AC Milan. Holy smokes, that is shaping out to be a good group. Right, FC Salzburg, Austrian team, as you know, guys. They can go into Group A, C, and D. Watch, we'll probably get them. And it's Group D. Jesus. So Benfica, Inter, and Salzburg in that group. Again, another cracking little group there, looks like. Obviously, we'll do a full recap of all the groups when they put them up on screen. Lazio, Italian team. They can only go into Group E, I think, is it? Yeah, so they're back straight into Group E with Feyenoord and Atletico Madrid. Next, we have FC Copenhagen. And they can go into Group A or C. Watch, we're going to get them. I suppose we're bound to get one easy team, I suppose. I don't mean easy, you know what I mean. Let's see. Group A, our group. Shit. So Bayern Munich, Manchester United, and FC Copenhagen in Group A. And we are about to get ready because we got the final ball here. And it is Braga. In fairness, I probably wouldn't have, you know, as Portuguese teams are very hard to beat. So they're straight into either group. Oh, yeah, they're in Group B with Napoli and Real Madrid. Or was that Group C? Again, they'll do the recap. It just happened so fast there. And finally, the pot that Daniel's been waiting on, which is pot 4. So, this is it. Let's hope. So we got young boys who we've struggled against actually. Real Sociedad, again another team. Galatasaray. Ooh, this is shaping up to be a nice little pot here. And we've got Celtic FC, who are back in the Champions League where they belong. And Newcastle United, the new boys, the new kids on the block. And we've got FC Union Berlin. And we got Royal Antwerp FC. And we've got RC Lens also in pot 4. And this is the moment of truth for Celtic fans out there. I have to tell you, the way the groups are shaping up, you aren't going to get an easy group. But the hope, the most that these teams can hope for is that they're put in a group where they can nick a couple of points off some teams. So here we go. This is it. Who is the first name to be called out? So this will complete one of the groups, and it is Real Sociedad. Now they can either go into Air Group or Real Madrid's group, it looks like, is it? Yeah. Oh, I hope we don't get them. I hate Real. I hope we don't get them, man. But it's going to be us. Because I just know us. We always seem to get Real Sociedad lately. So it's us. I know it's us. It's A. It's Group A. It's all right. I already know. No, it's not. It's Group D. Yes. So Group D is completed. Benfica, Inter Milan, Salzburg, and Real Sociedad complete Group D. So, who have we got next out of the pot? We've got Newcastle United, the new kids on the block. Obviously, they've been in the Champions League before, but it was back then when, you know, they were actually decent. But they're decent again. And who will they end up with? Will they get the glamour toy of Atletico? Will they get one of the other groups? Whatever group they get. Anyway, all the toys will be glamour toys for them because it's been a long time since they've been in the Champions League. But welcome back, Newcastle. Even though we're rivals, but for this, welcome back. So Group F, Newcastle United go into Group F, and that is with Paris Saint-Germain, Borussia Dortmund, AC Milan, and Newcastle United. Holy shit, Newcastle. A baptism of fire. I have to say, I feel sorry for you just this little tiny bit much. Imagine making your first Champions League and getting that group. It's Galatasaray now from Turkey. And again, they could go into our group, Group B, Group C, and they can also go into E, G, and H. So they're getting the numbers. Yeah, it is torture, mate. I mean, I'm just waiting for one more team in my bleeding pot. You're waiting to see who yous get. Right. It's Group A. Right, our group is complete. So we got Galatasaray, Copenhagen, and Bayern Munich. So in reality, just to let you know, looking at that group, it should be Manchester United and Bayern Munich. Who finishes first or second will determine on those two legs against them, those two matches against them. But we should, in reality, get out of that group. Now, so there's three groups completed so far. So Group A is completed, and we are just waiting to see now who Union is. Now Union Berlin, they just called out their FC Union Berlin, and they're in Group C. Group C is complete now. So Napoli, Real Madrid, Braga, and Union Berlin. But it looks like some of these people are not happy with the teams that they're getting. Well, what do you expect? It's the Champions fucking League. Like, get over yourselves. Young Boys is next. Celtic, did you know what? They're really dragging this out for you Celtic fans, aren't they? I mean, these are literally going to be one of the last teams to be picked here. But the longer it goes on, the better for you, because I think they're going into groups where you probably wouldn't have fancied going into those groups. So you are all right so far, I reckon. Well, let's see who Celtic get. Just once they don't. Group G. You know, you don't want to be cannon fodder for teams, you know, because that'll be embarrassing. So Manchester City will play Leipzig, Red Star Belgrade, and Young Boys. I mean, they got an absolutely easy group. I mean, the Champions League holders get an easy group, so they're already through to the knockout stages. RC Lens from France have been picked now. Told you to Daniel, you're going to be the last fucking team picked out. So Sevilla, Arsenal, PSV, Eindhoven, and FC Lens will play in that group. And here we go. This is either Celtic or yous are the last team to be picked. But yous are. It's Celtic FC all the way from Scotland. And they've got Group E and H available to them. And Group E would probably be our best bet, to be quite honest with you. It looked like the easiest group. So, what group are you in? Daniel's the Celtic fan in the chat. It's Group E. So, Atletico Madrid, Lazio, Feyenoord will be playing Celtic. And you know what? Celtic have a chance in that group. Really do believe they can get some points. Whether now they'll finish in second, we'll have to see. But Antwerp is next. So they will put up the groups, and I will give you a brief, quick, is who I think will get to the knockout stages real quickly. I don't know who's going to win it looking at those teams, I've got to be honest. So, that's it. The draw is complete. So, in Group A, Bayern Munich, Manchester United, FC Copenhagen, Galatasaray. Group B, Sevilla, Arsenal, PSV Eindhoven, FC Lens. Group C, Napoli, Real Madrid, Braga, FC Berlin, Union Berlin. In Group D, we got Benfica, Inter Milan, Salzburg, and Real Sociedad. In Group E, Feyenoord, Atletico Madrid, Lazio, and Celtic. In Group F, Paris Saint-Germain, Borussia Dortmund, AC Milan, Newcastle are fucked. Manchester City, RB Leipzig, Red Star Belgrade, Young Boys. And then in the last group, Group H, Barcelona, FC Porto, Shakhtar Donetsk, and Royal Antwerp. But I have to say, I think the team that's got the hardest deal in that draw has to be the New Boys in Newcastle United. I mean, their group looks like the group of death, as we would say in footballing terms. So that they are the groups. Now, apparently, a computer is going to pick who plays home and away first. But in all draws, what used to happen was the first name that was pulled out would play home. You know what I mean? But now they have to get extra complicated. So apparently a computer is going to pick. Well, what's this crap anyway? Who are they presenting an award? Is that it now? Can we just leave it at that now? I mean, I don't think there's anything else I need to talk about except who I think is going to go through. So let me see. Because it'll be posted up now on social media. So just bear with me. So here we go. So the draw's been done. So let's start with Group A on who I think will finish in the top 2 spaces. Now, I'm not going to say who's going to finish first or second. What I'm saying is that out of the 4 teams, who I think the 2 teams are that are going to go through to the knockout stages of the Champions League. So, of course, it's obvious that I'm going to say Bayern Munich. I think they definitely will get through. Of course, I'm a Manchester United fan. We got Copenhagen, Galatasaray, and Bayern Munich to play. Do I believe that we can get out of this group? Absolutely. So that's why I'm going to put us finishing second, or maybe second in that group. But we will finish, as I said, we're getting out of that group. Galatasaray and Copenhagen, I think it'll be the other way around. I think Galatasaray will probably finish third. Copenhagen will finish in last place. Now, in Group B, we got Sevilla, Arsenal, PSV, and Lens. I don't think this is straightforward for Arsenal, but I do believe that Arsenal, in the end, will do enough to get out of the group. And I think it will be a close call between the other 3 teams, but I will say that I think Sevilla will get through this time around. They don't normally traditionally do well in the group stages of the Champions League. Remember, they always go out down into the Europa League and then end up winning the Europa League. But I actually think they'll get out into the knockout stages this time around. I think PSV will more than likely finish in 3rd place, and that will leave Lens in last place in that group. In Group C, we got Napoli, Real Madrid, Braga, and Union Berlin. I think it's obvious there who's gone through in that group. Napoli and Real Madrid. I think Braga will finish in 3rd. I don't know much about Union Berlin, but I do know enough about Braga to know that they're actually a good, decent footballing side and will cause teams problems. In Group D, we've got Benfica, Inter Milan, Salzburg, and Real Sociedad. Well, I do expect Inter Milan to go through in that group, but then it is a toss-up because if Real Sociedad get their act together, they could creep 2nd place, but I'm going to go with Benfica here. So Inter Milan and Benfica to go through, and then you got Salzburg and Real Sociedad. I think Real Sociedad will finish in 3rd place and end up in the Europa League. And of course, we got Daniel's group, Group A. We got Feyenoord, Atletico, Lazio, and Celtic. Now, I've got to be honest here. I do believe that Celtic have every chance of finishing 3rd in this group, but I don't think they will finish anywhere in the top 2, and that's just being honest. You got Atletico Madrid. I expect Atletico Madrid and Lazio to actually do well in this group and maybe finish 1st and 2nd there. And then it's going to be between yourselves and Feyenoord, in my opinion, to see who gets that Europa League spot, because Feyenoord are actually pretty decent team. So that's just my honest opinion, and I've got to be honest about it. In Group F, we've got the group of death. We've got Paris Saint-Germain, Borussia Dortmund, Milan, and Newcastle. I don't think it's going to be straightforward for any of those teams, to be quite honest with you. I don't know what PSG's transfer business has looked like this season because I don't really pay attention. But you would expect PSG to get out of that group. But then you've got Dortmund, Milan, and a lot of people have wrote Newcastle off, but I wouldn't write Newcastle off. Listen, I think 2nd is definitely up for grabs in that group. And I think it's the only group there where I can't definitely predict the top 2, because I think the top 2 could be anybody of Dortmund, Milan, and Newcastle. But I'm certain that Paris Saint-Germain will get to the knockout stages and then have their hearts broke again, as they always do. But Group G is a foregone conclusion for Manchester City. They will qualify top of their group. Leipzig will get 2nd in that group. And then I think Young Boys are going to go into the Europa League. And Red Star Belgrade will be. I'd say 2 teams go into the Conference League that finished fourth as well, don't they? So they go into that playoff or something, don't they? Then Group H, which I think is a decent group. Barcelona, Porto, Shakhtar Donetsk and Antwerp. Definitely Barcelona to go through in that group. But again, I think Shakhtar Donetsk have shown over the years that they can, if they play well, and in some seasons of the Champions League, they've played actually very well. And I mean, they've literally banged in goals left, right, and centre. So I think it's a toss-up between Porto and Shakhtar Donetsk there. I think Antwerp will finish bottom in their group, to be quite honest. So that's where I think they will all end up. Who's going to win the Champions League? Oh. Well, I don't think you can rule out the usual suspects, which would be Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, Napoli, Barcelona, and maybe PSG if they get their act together. You've noticed that I haven't mentioned Manchester United or Arsenal. I don't think any of those teams are going to win the Champions League. I'm a Man United fan myself. I don't think the Champions League is within both teams' reach. To be quite honest with you, I still think Arsenal and United still have a long way to go before they start challenging seriously for a Champions League. And that might come as a surprise for everybody. But look, if we manage to start off well, if we could beat Bayern Munich in whenever, that would be our game. Like, we'll have to beat the other teams, but if we could beat Bayern Munich, then we have a good chance in this competition, to be quite honest, because I really rate Bayern Munich. I just don't rate that manager, Tuchel. I don't know why everybody thinks he's a great manager. His fucking style of football is horrible, for God's sake. Anyway, they're just giving out awards to players that we don't really give a shit about, except their own. Isn't that right? So that's the draw. That's who I predict is going to get out of the groups, as in who's going to win it. It's going to be a toss-up between a few teams, but Real Madrid, I do know that Real Madrid have key injuries to key players, but they've also brought in players like Jude Bellingham, who has absolutely hit the ground running over there. But you can never rule out a Real Madrid side. That's the thing. So they always have to be in the conversation. PSG are like, the nearly boys. They never really get there. They bottle it. They're the Spurs of the Champions League. Bottlers, chokers. They just bottle it every time. I mean, they even bottled it against a poor United side. And in fairness, we did get a penalty that maybe we shouldn't have got because VAR is fucking ridiculous. But Marcus Rashford put it away and we got through and we won. So end of story, Neymar crying like the little bitch that he is. But they're the little nobodies. They probably, but you have to put them in the conversation. You have to put Bayern Munich in the conversation as well. You got to put Napoli in there as well. And it's, right now they're the teams that have featured late on in the competition. So they're the teams that you kind of have to look at. So out of all of our teams, who can actually break into those teams there? And that'll be the job for United and, of course, for Celtic FC. Good draw for United. I think it's a decent draw. Daniel is happy with his draw. He thinks they can get third. It is a possibility. I mean, Celtic will have to play really well, and they don't have the resources that they used to have, and you know what I mean. Look, as I said, I know some Celtic fans don't like Brendan Rodgers, but I think Brendan Rodgers and Celtic were a perfect combination, and I still do believe that. I don't think he should have ever moved, but he did make that decision to go back to the Premier League, and whether you forgive him or not, at the end of the day, under Rodgers, you will be competitive anyway, unlike a certain team called Rangers, which I won't mention, got a hammering, I seen. So I know that would have put a lot of smiles on Celtic fans' faces. But, you know, enjoy it. I'm going to enjoy it. You know, it's United's first time in the Champions League for a while, so I'm going to enjoy it. And I miss Champions League nights, I've got to be honest. I love the buzz of the Champions League. So, and, you know, I've been watching the Europa League and refused to watch the Champions League because United aren't in it. So I haven't watched the Champions League since we were last in it, because I've no interest in watching other teams in tournaments that we're supposed to be in, but we're not because we got shit owners. So this time I can really enjoy the champ, and I am. I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to embrace it. And, you know, again, though, I won't tolerate our team being embarrassed on an international stage, but I want us to at least, you know, put the work in, you know, and if we get beaten by the odd goal, but we've played well, I'll be happy with that. I can tolerate you know what, United fan, it doesn't matter what football fan you are, right, of any team, right? If you see that your players left everything on the pitch for 90 minutes, but they still lost by the odd goal, you're not angry at them. You're disappointed and bitter about the result, of course, but you're not angry at the players because you know the players have left everything on the pitch. And that's all I want to see from us. I just want us to be competitive and not to be embarrassed in the Champions League, right? And I shouldn't even be saying that as a Man United fan, but see the way the Glazers have us fucking talking. I don't want us to be embarrassed in the I don't want us to be embarrassed in the Champions League. Now, I know we've had some embarrassing results over the years, no doubt about that. But we've always generally did ourselves out well in the Champions League. And I just want to see that again. I just want to see these players grasp this opportunity now and go out there and show everybody that you are. I honestly still do believe, look, I might be mad to say this, but I still do believe the core of that team is decent. We just needed a few more pieces of the jigsaw and we could have pushed on. But our transfer business is an absolute shambles right now. And of course, talking about transfers, we will be covering the transfer deadline day. We will have our first stream in the afternoon. So we'll do an early stream, see where we're at with the transfer deadline day. We will obviously be covering all the deals. You know, it's no point in just covering United stuff and all that. It's the deadline day. You've got to cover the whole lot. So we'll be looking at other teams out there as well. And obviously then we'll give a Premier League prediction after we've seen what business we've done and other teams have done. And then I'll be able to give an accurate team prediction or where I think we're going to end up this season. I just hope whatever's going on behind the scenes at Manchester United, that these clowns get players in. But I'm just going to say this, and I will be back, by the way, over the weekend, because obviously we will be doing a match reaction, but there will be a stream before that, because we've got to talk about the shambles of a transfer window that we actually had. And I am calling for the board of Manchester United and everybody involved in the transfer business got connected to Manchester United to resign their positions ASAP. They are not good enough. We are broke. We're actually broke, right? We were going to be signing Amrabat, right? But now apparently we've no money. We're trying to get him on loan and we've been told F you, right? And rightly so. Why should they loan us a player that we told that we were going to buy all along? Now apparently the Glazers could dip their hands in their pockets again, but they're not going to dip their hands in their pockets. So our manager is going to be left with a team that's, look, we're in trouble if we don't do business on Friday. So come and join me. I'll be highlighting it. As I said, we'll be here early afternoon, and then at 10:30, we'll be doing the last hour and a half of the transfer deadline day, because United could And trust me, we've done it before. United have done business right until the end of a transfer window. We shouldn't be, right? It's embarrassing. We shouldn't actually be doing that. But that's what these owners have turned their club into. So I'll be back in the afternoon tomorrow, right? We'll cover the early part of the transfer window, see how we fare, and then I'll be back at 10:30 then for the last hour and a half. And then of course we got our match reaction, Arsenal versus Manchester United. So come and join me for that. I'll be reacting live to the game. Obviously the game won't be on here. You know the rules with these watch-alongs anyway. You see all the other United channels do it. We don't show the game because we're not allowed to show the game, but I will be reacting to the game while I'm watching. So you come, I'll give you my opinions and all of that. And we've gained a couple of more subscribers since the last stream. So I want to thank everybody that has been subscribing to the channel and has supported the channel so far. Don't forget to give this stream a thumbs up. It's important that you help us. Leave a comment in the comment section as well, guys. And let me know where you think we're going to finish in the Champions League. How far can Manchester United get? Right? If you're a fan, whatever team you're a fan of, let me know where you think you will finish in the Champions League. And of course, don't forget to let other Reds know about this channel. If you like what I do here, then let other Reds know, please, because again, it helps grow the channel, helps the algorithm, and it just makes everything better for us, so we could throw out that content and keep it going, and obviously grow our subscribers. And I hope you join me along with this journey. Obviously, we've done all the pre-season and we have done the first few games of our Premier League season. We will be covering Champions League. We will be covering the League Cup. We will be covering the FA Cup. And of course, the Premier League, which, we all get annoyed and pull our hair out every fucking weekend or midweek. I'm telling you, man, we're only a few games in and I'm already gone grey. Man. We keep saying it every year, though. Wasn't supposed to be like this year, but it happens every year. Soon as we get into the Champions League, they don't give our manager the money that he needs. This takeover should have been done. We should be sitting here with a new owner who's splashing the cash right now and going out and getting the Frankie de Jongs and then hijacking the Jude Bellingham deal to Real Madrid and going after Kylian Mbappe and going after Caicedo and all of these other defensive midfield players out there that have potential and all of this. But no, we're going after little versions of those players, right? Because we've no money, right? That's how bad we are. And then our fans give out then week in, week out, right? Then start blaming the manager and the players. And don't get me wrong, some of the time it's justified to give out about the manager and the players, because if the players don't put it out on the pitch. But there are times that you see United playing, they're outclassed. And that's not the players' fault. The players can only put in so much effort, but then the class is not shown because we don't have much class. And we need more class. But with these owners, we're not going to get class. We're going to get fucking wish.com versions. Right? You want Frankie de Jong? No, we're not going to get you Frankie de Jong. Here's Christian Eriksen. Right? We got Casemiro, fair enough. But you want to say, no, we'll go for Casemiro because he's cheaper and he's older. Because we don't buy young players anymore. We bought the young striker, of course, right, this time round. But we bought a striker with a back injury. Oh, he back. Right? So we haven't been able to even play him, like. Ridiculous. So now apparently we're what? Hang on. Transfer deadline day is tonight, isn't it? It's the 31st. It's tonight. So I'm literally missing the transfer deadline day. How did I get mixed up with Friday? How did I get mixed up with Friday? It's today, isn't it? It closes tonight. The 34 o'clock. There I am thinking it's tomorrow. It's tonight. It closes tonight, doesn't it? The transfer deadline is fast approaching. Clubs have to wrap up all their deals by 11 p.m. on Friday, the 4th of September. Meaning today and tomorrow will be... No, it is tomorrow. Okay, Jesus Christ, man. Right. So, I thought it closed on the 31st. Oh, I get it. So, it does close tonight, but all the deals have to be in by 11 o'clock tonight. But then after it hits after 12, then it's officially considered a new day, isn't it? So that'd be Friday the 1st. Am I right? Hold on. Man, if I had Sky Sports News right now, I could actually check the countdown, couldn't I? But I don't have Sky Sports News now. Bear with me. I need to get this right because I don't want to miss it. You know, so if I have to come back again tonight, I will. So let's see. Let's get this up. I'm just using my other computer there. So that's what you're seeing there. And I cover the camera there because they spy on you, you know. You should always cover your camera. Wankers are always spying on us. Right, so I need to do this. And we need Sky Sports News. So let's see. Right, here we go. They're doing the Champions League draw. Don't care. The transfer show. Here we go. How long's left in the window? They normally have a scrolly bar. Oh, they're going to make me wait now. Okay, we'll find out how long's left on the transfer deadline. So we'll just wait. It would be tonight. It'd have to be tonight, wouldn't it? Because the window closes on the 31st. But once they get the paperwork in before 11, then it, you know, even if they have to do the final details of certain shit, once they get the paperwork in to register the player, then they're good. They could sort out the rest of the shit, personal terms and all of that crap after the fact. So, I mean, teams going to Newcastle as well in the Champions League. It's going to be an experience. Right, so... Right. Okay. It's an advertisement and they did the little scroll bar. User scumbags. I thought that was breaking news for real. Breaking news. 80 gigabytes for £18. I mean, that's bollocks. The internet should be free because we pay for everything fucking else. Do you know who'll know? You're the genius with time. Right, so I'm going to read this to you and tell me what time it is. Yeah, you. Yeah, other human.
Are you live?
Yeah, so for clubs in England and Scotland, the transfer deadline is 11 p.m. BST on Friday, the 4th of September, 2023. So does that mean then that's after 12 o'clock tonight? Because that's the 1st. because all the deals have to be in by 11 o'clock tonight. So would that mean then that...
What is the British Standard Time? Just what is the time? Don't give me all the information. You says British Standard Time.
I told you already.
Tell me again.
For clubs in England and Scotland, the transfer deadline day is 11 p.m.
11 p.m. Friday? The 1st.
Yes.
Yes, 11 p.m. Friday the 1st.
So what's that? Tonight? It's like when we're watching the football. Like,
tomorrow.
Yeah, after 12 o'clock tonight.
Yes.
That's what I mean. Yeah, why does people make it so awkward? Did you get what I'm... See what I'm saying? I'm saying after 12 o'clock tonight, it's classed as a new day, yeah? It's classed as the Friday the 4th. That's what I'm actually trying to say to her.
No, you used a whole bunch of...
No, I didn't. That's what I said. This is not what I said, guys. Right? That's what I said. So it's the transfer window. I don't know, man. I'm still confused because I'm waiting on these assholes to tell me how long's left in the window. Man, Sky Sports gone shit. What's with all the ads on this fucking channel now? Fucking ads. Nobody gives a shit, man. It's a sports channel, man. They shouldn't have any ads because Sky got hundreds of fucking stations that they can advertise on anyway. It should be just pure sport on this. Fuck the ads. Right. So there's 1 day, 4 hours, and 38 minutes of the transfer window left. So that is tomorrow. I'm confused, man. I'm confused. Look, I'm just going to leave it there anyway. I'll figure it out. When I figure out when the transfer deadline day is, I will be back. That's the best way to do it. So I'm going to leave now. Have a good one. And hate those clocks. Bye. I said,